fresh out the oven.
What is cracking, everybody? It's Pieman here, and welcome to another In the Booth with Pieman. Giving this another shot. First one of these I did decently well, but the video overall was way too dang long. So this time, in order to cut the video short, first of all, I'm not going to talk about my equipment, and second of all, I've only got 3 rolls to do that we're going to do here. So if you don't know what this is, basically, I do some voice acting when I can, and a lot of the time I end up with just files and files of auditions. So to try to do something with those auditions, I've decided to sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes do these behind-the-scenes recording videos of me recording auditions. In the booth, of course, refers to in a recording booth. I do not have a recording booth, but it fits the behind-the-scene nature of what we're doing here. So I've got 3 particular characters lined up for 3 different projects. Dr. Red, Joseph McCarthy, and Sebastian. And I'm going to be doing auditions for each one, and we're going to see what we can get going on here. Let me know if you find this video interesting or not in the comment section. I'm still a little bit wary about doing these videos. I'm not sure how much people really care, but the first one seemed to do all right for being like 45 minutes. This one hopefully will be a lot shorter than that, since I'm doing less characters, I believe, and not going to be talking about my equipment at the start. Alright, so let's get into it. Dr. Red. There are 244 auditions for this guy already. All 3 of these today are from the Casting Call Club. I've only ever gotten 1 job from this website, but there's a lot of stuff on there. The price would be okay. $15 per project. That's not great. That's not bad. Considering that this is, finding something online, just randomly online, basically. And this is going to be a multiple episode animation, I believe. So 15 per project could lead up to a bit more in the future. So let's get to trying out for Dr. Red. What kind of voice do we want to do for this guy? The Red Doctor is a storyteller and delivers them resolutely. One might deliver an omen or a serious fable. They speak clear and intrude. Okay? Like a well-educated person, firm in their message. Firm in their message, eh? Anger usually comes out through a rushed pace, sadness or somberness through a slower, softer tone. Kind of like that sound. I think maybe this will work for the good Dr. Red. Cold? Okay. This is a story about a fox and a rabbit. This is a story about a fox and a rabbit. This is a story about a fox and a rabbit. In any emotional extreme, though the Red Doctor loses professionalism, wording is always clear and purposeful. Okay. Angry but enunciated. The fox and the rabbit flee into the night like cowards. We're free, she says. Does that sound angry? Angry? The fox and the rabbit flee into the night like cowards. We're free, she says. Happily ever after would have been appropriate for some different pair. Morose, respectfully quiet, careful. I imagine I should probably do that a little bit slower. Happily ever after would have been more appropriate for some different pair. This is a story about a fox and a rabbit. So I want to roll the R's. Rabbit. This is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. This is a story about a fox and a rabbit. The fox and the rabbit flee into the night like cowards. We're free, she says. It's not really angry. The fox and the rabbit flee The fox and the rabbit flee into the night like cowards. We're free! We're free, she says. Happily ever after would have been appropriate for some different pair. I think that'll work. I think that's okay. Something else that I need to pay attention to, opposed to the last video in the booth with Pieman that I did, was that in between I have a tendency to speak quietly, because I don't like talking to the mic unless I'm doing a character, which makes it difficult to try to even out the audio after the fact. So, trying to get better at that. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to do. We'll see how well this one does compared to the last one, and we'll go from there. All right, I kind of like Dr. Ed. I think that voice will work perfectly well for him. Appropriate for some different pair. I need to make this louder. When it comes to all of that I do to the recordings, I use Audacity, of course, to record stuff. But when it comes to all that I do to my recordings, let's swap over window capture here real quick to Audacity. The only thing that I do is I just do noise removal and then normalize. So noise reduction, get noise profile, select all, noise reduction, boom. Always like to do that because it's nice. It makes it so you don't pick up a lot of random background noise. And then normalize to try to get it all within a decent volume of itself. Normalizing can be a problem if you have louder, like yelling bits next to normal talking bits, but usually it's not too bad. Sound angry? Angry? The fox and the rabbit flee into the night like cowards. We're free, she says. Kind of like that. I think that'll work. The Red Doctor is a storyteller and I think maybe this will work for the good Dr. Red. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure that voice will work very well for the Doctor. I don't know if I've done this voice for any other characters, but it doesn't really matter. Probably didn't get those roles anyway in the past. This is a story about a fox and a rabbit. I like that. I think that'll work. All right. What is our next audition? Let's see here. Joseph McCarthy. This is 150 per finished hour. This is for a VR game, I believe, called Detour Bus. Part James Bond villain, part crooked mid-century politician, and part Silicon Valley overlord. Overlord. Senator Joseph McCarthy inherited a small fortune from his father, which converted to billions via lucky investment. Inherited a small fortune from his father, which he converted into billions via lucky investments. Politician, does it say anything in here how they want him to sound? No, Flowers Family Free Roaming Adventure. Yeah, this is a VR game about a family with the last name Flowers, who get a minibus and take it around the United States, I imagine. How do I want this guy to sound? Politician, but not like the last guy. Definitely not. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers Family. Part James Bond villain. Try not to make it sound exactly the same as the last one that you did. Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. I don't know if that kind of... No, that's still... It's got that, like, Britishness going to it a little bit, which fits for the last character, but I don't think fits for a senator. I think the DCA means Democrat California, perhaps? I don't know. He is a senator. We'll see if we can come up with something here. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers Family. Flowers? Flowers Family. The Flowers Family. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers Family. In this world, it's my way or the highway, and I own all the highways. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers family. In this world, it's my way or the highway, and I own all the highways. Uh-oh, seems your bus is too small to play with the big boys. Try again when you have something less diminutive. Come back when you're a little richer. I don't know, maybe something like that would fit better. Maybe something like that. No. That's getting too superhero-y, which doesn't really fit for this guy. I don't know why I'm going there. Uh-oh, seems your bus is too small to play with the big boys. Try again when you have something less diminutive. I had my doubts, but you proved that you know infrastructure as well as I do, Mr. Flowers. I'm so sorry that I released my little weather storm on you. You're on a road trip, right? Ever driven on a hyperspeedway? This is, my special platform. It'll take you straight to my personal route. Route? Is route more American or is route more American? I usually say route. Or route. I usually say one or the other. I don't know. Let's try this again from the top. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers family. In this world, it's my way or the highway, and I own all the highways. It seems your bus is too small to play with the big boys. Try again when you have something less diminutive. I had my doubts, but you've proved to know infrastructure as well as I do, Mr. Flowers. I'm sorry that I released my little weather storm on you. You're on a road trip, right? Ever driven down a hyperspeedway? This is, my special platform. It'll take you straight to my personal route. Consider it an apology. Apology. Does that sound natural? Apology. Does that sound natural the way I did that? This is, my special platform. It'll take you straight to my personal route. No, it doesn't. It sounds like I'm acting. The thing that you don't want to do when you're acting is sound like you're acting. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers family. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers family. In this world, it's my way or the highway, and I own all the highways. It seems your bus is a little too small to play with the big boys. Try again when you have something less diminutive. I had my doubts, but you've proved that you know infrastructure as well as I do, Mr. Flowers. I'm sorry that I released my little weather storm on you. You're on a road trip, right? Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You're on a road trip, right? Ever driven on a hyperspeedway? This is, my special platform. It'll take you straight to my personal route. Consider it an apology. You're on a road trip, right? Ever driven on a hyperspeedway? I don't know. We'll give that a shot. That's the best I think I can do with that guy. I mean, he's just a normal guy, you know? It's his part James Bond villain, part mid-century politician. But I don't know if you'd want something like a top-notch businessman. We've got to have money. Maybe something more like this. I don't know if that fits the character, though. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers family. In this world, it's my way or the highway. And I own all the highways. Maybe something a bit southern. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers. I don't know what kind of voice we're going for there. That's more like a Larry the Cable Guy, and that's not really gonna fit what we're doing here. You've taken one too many detours, Flowers family. In this world, it's my way or the highway, and I own all the highways. Uh-oh, it seems your bus is too small to play with the big boys. Try again when you have something less diminutive. I had my doubts, but you've proved that you know infrastructure as well as I do, Mr. Flowers. I'm so sorry that I released my little weather storm on you. You're on a road trip, right? Ever driven on a hyperspeedway? This is my special platform. It'll take you straight to my personal route. Consider it an apology. I think that's the best we're going to get from Mr. McCarthy. Keep wanting to say McCarthy. McCarthyism. McCarthyism. I don't know if that works. All right, we got one more character to do. Let's get it done and see if I can be horrible or not. Who's our last character here? Sebastian, age 15, male, low monotone. Don't sound like a robot, though. Okay. Yeah, sure, and climate change isn't real. Is that the kind of sarcasm we're going for? Is that the kind of sarcasm we're going for? Is that the kind of sarcasm we're going for? A bit low. A bit low in monotone. Even though he's supposed to be 15, I don't think he's supposed to sound like the clerk guy from The Simpsons. Sebastian's a shy character in a sense that he doesn't like to stand, so he balances himself. I want to do stuff to make you proud, and I'm just going to give up. What's the point in trying? What's the point in trying? That's a good question. All right. Yeah, sure, and the climate... Yeah, sure, and climate change isn't real. He's supposed to be younger. So don't I want a bit of a higher voice? Try to make him sound a bit younger. Yeah, sure, and climate change isn't real. I just went outside for a second. Monotone. I just went outside for a second. Heavy shaking breath. I don't want to let you down again. Never mind. It's no big deal. Just whatever. I don't know if I can do a voice that sounds young enough. Can I do a voice that sounds young enough to be 15? How did I sound? I mean, when I was 15, I sounded like this, but just a little bit less confident. Yeah, sure, and climate change isn't real. I just went outside for a second. I don't want to let you down again. Never mind, it's not a big deal. Just whatever. Never mind, it's not a big deal. Just whatever. Maybe. Yeah, sure. And climate change isn't real. I just went outside for a second. I don't want to let you down again. Shaking breath. I don't want to let you down again. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Just whatever. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Just whatever. I don't know, maybe. I'm not very confident when it comes to the characters like this, because you have to actually act. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Just whatever. And it's hard to tell how acting they want. Because I'm not a very good actor. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Just whatever. Never mind. Maybe. I mean, he's not really supposed to sound super confident in himself. Because he is like 15. But he does need to sound natural. Like I said before, when I was 15, I sounded like this, but I just wasn't really as confident in speaking. That's pretty much it. Normalize that. Is there a reason why this is still kind of low? This guy. What's this guy? I don't want to let you down again. I don't want to let you... It's got a pop in there, so I don't want to keep that anyway. I like the acting in that, but it's got a pop at the start, so I don't want to keep that, so we'll just normalize the normal thing. Probably should make it so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Is that the right one? I think that's the right one. I've got multiples of these. Yeah, I've got multiple Audacity files open at the moment. How did I sound? I mean, when I was 15, I sounded... I don't know if I can do... Where is the actual audition at? Yeah, sure. And climate change isn't real. I think that's all right. I just went outside for a second. I think that's all right. I don't want to let you down again. Maybe. Shaking breath. I don't want to let you down again. Maybe. Never mind. It's not a big deal. The kid's supposed to be low monotone, but doesn't sound like a robot. So I think that this kind of thing's possibly going to work out. I don't know. I mean, I think it sounds alright, but I'm honestly not sure. Just trying to keep the voice going, seeing if there's anything from it that sounds like it would work. I don't know. It's not a big deal, just whatever. Never mind. It's not a big deal, just whatever. I don't like the start of that. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Just whatever. I like that. That's alright. There's some clicking going on here. Unfortunately, for some annoying reason, I still pick up really weird background clicking when I'm recording. Probably because I don't actually have a recording booth. If I had a recording booth, it would be silent in there. But I don't because those cost money. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Just whatever. I think that'll work. You got to be careful when you're doing noise reduction, because if there's too much noise and the noise is too wonky, you can actually start to warp the normal voice stuff that you're trying to keep. So you don't want to do it too much. But yeah, I think that'll do it. That's 3 characters right there. 3 things to send auditions in for. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see how this video goes, being like half the length of the last one. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching me record these auditions for Dr. Red, Joseph McCarthy, and Sebastian. I'll send these in, and we'll see if we get any bites, get any takers. I don't know about this guy. This guy's got 244 auditions. This guy's got 77 auditions so far, and this guy's only got 57, but that's still a good amount of people auditioning for stuff. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about the In the Booth with Pieman series, and I will talk to you guys later.